Well, folks, we're at the end of our series on fruits of the Spirit. We're at the 9th fruit, self-control. Now, people that know me the best would say that I would probably be the last person to talk about self-control. That is, if you're talking about self-control as far as refusing dessert, or maybe not losing your temper as much. Guilty as charged. I don't have a lot of self-control in those situations. You know, if you know me, you know that I love the theater, and I love especially musicals. And one of my favorite plays, hands down, musicals of all times, is Pippin. There's this great song in Pippin, performed originally by Irene Ryan, who played Granny on the Beverly Hillbillies, and the song is called No Time at All. There's a couple lines in there that are great. She sings, "I've never wondered if I was afraid where there was a challenge to take. Never thought about how much I weighed when there was still one piece of cake." Sometimes we think of self-control in those ways. One more piece of cake. Or maybe buying that cute outfit that we really probably don't need. Sometimes we think of self-control in those terms, superficial and materialistic. But the truth of the matter is that self-control is much deeper than that. Self-control comes from two Greek words, ankaratos, which means strength or power. Now, when you think about self-control as strength or power, that brings us to a whole different level. That fruit of the Spirit calls us to have the strength to refuse to buy into prejudice. It calls us to have the power to recognize God's presence in our lives. It calls us to have the strength to refuse to make quick judgment on others. It invites us to have the power and the strength to talk about our faith. The list can go on and on when we talk about strength and power and the gift of the Spirit, the fruits of the Spirit. When we talk about self-control, it's much more than just refusing a piece of cake or skipping dessert on one day or not buying something that we really don't need. It's that inner strength and inner power to be the person that God calls us to be a powerful, strong force in the world. You know that song I told you about just a minute ago? There's a chorus in that song that says, "Oh, it's time to start living, time to take a little from the world we're given, time to take time, 'cause spring will turn to fall in just no time at all." We all know how quickly time goes. The scriptures call us. We're invited to take the time right now to be a powerful, strong force in our world for goodness, to be that power of strength of God to those we meet. As we've visited each of the fruits of the Spirit, each one evolved and called us to something greater. This 9th and last one calls us to self-control, to be strong and powerful for ourselves, for those we love, and for our world. God bless everyone until next time.